Right, Dan Bidondi, TruthRadioShow.com. Today's April 4th of 2018, and just last night, hours ago, in Deerfield, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago, they just passed an ordinance, and this is reported from the Chicago Tribune. Deerfield bans assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, targeting the AR-15, the AK-47, and certain shotguns and other handguns with high-capacity magazines. And they're giving gun owners living in the north suburb of Deerfield until June 13th to remove the firearms from within the village limits, or face daily fines after a ban was approved Monday night. This is draconian, folks, and this is George Orwell's wildest dreams come true here, and this is unreal. And it's also reported by the Breitbart here that this gun ban will give the Deerfield police here, residents, 60 days to get rid of their assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, and empowering the police chief to confiscate them from those who refuse to give them up. So right here, folks, you're looking at probably the beginning of a revolution, and this is pure draconian. They are systematically attacking all our gun rights, folks, and this is heavily unconstitutional. Now, the mayor of Deerfield, she is thrilled that this happened. And I actually tweeted to her, and we get to the tweets here. And the mayor is really happy about this, and I'm just tweeting these people here. This is totally draconian, it really is. And the mayor is exalted by this, that they are going after the guns, folks. And it is people's rights, and like what I tweeted here, people in Chicago, you need to arm up. People in Deerfield, you need to do whatever you have to do to protect your Second Amendment. Rally up, and it is your Second Amendment to form a well-regulated militia to keep your security, your state, free state, and to secure it as the people, and to exercise your Second Amendment fully. So people in Deerfield, you need to stand your ground and physically put these people behind bars where they belong, these unconstitutional politicians. I mean, that time has come, folks. The Founding Fathers have warned us about this. Every generation needs a revolution. The tree of liberty must be fed with blood of tyrants and patriots from time to time, from Thomas Jefferson. Thousands of quotes, folks. That time has come to defend liberty, to defend freedom, because these communists who pose as politicians are stripping your Second Amendment, and then your First, and all your rights will be gone. And yes, Chicago needs a revolution, plain and simple. There's no other way around it. People in Chicago, you need to, again, form militia groups, well-regulated militia, and stand your ground and defend at all costs against anyone. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the police. They come to your door to confiscate your weapons. You do what you have to do to defend your Second Amendment rights. That is your constitutional, God-given rights to do that. It doesn't matter if it's state, city, or federal government authority. They no longer become the authority when this happens. So we the people become that authority, and it is our duty and responsibility to overthrow these guards if this time has come, and the time has come now. So we need to stand our ground, and people in Chicago, we need to all rally around Deerfield. Militia groups and any Second Amendment groups, we need to get out there and defend these citizens here in Deerfield, and people in Deerfield at no cost at all, at all costs, don't give up your gun rights. Don't give up your AR-15s, your high-capacity magazines, or nothing. Stand your ground any which way you see fit under the Constitution. And this is total draconian. This is tyranny, folks. And to the Chicago police there, Deerfield police, you better obey obey your oath and not the mayor's unconstitutional orders, because you got to put yourselves in harm's way. And because American people are pissed off, and we've had enough, basically, plain and simple. So don't put yourselves in harm's way, and honor your oath and disobey any orders of confiscation, because you will lose, and lose bad, because the American people are waking up. And I know most police are going to stand down from these orders and go defend the local people and the Second Amendment. The time is now, folks. The lines have been drawn, and we need to stand up and stand up hard against these unconstitutional people. And right here, Infowars.com, Joe Janowski reports that FBI statistics reveal gun sales exploding. Firearm background checks hit a new all-time high for the month of March. And they're exploding. 2.7 million checks in the month of March. 2.7 million people, since the Democrats been calling for strict gun control, 2.7 more million people have been buying firearms. And mind you, there's about 70 million people in America that have firearms. And this is what I mean. You are not going to take the American people's firearms without a war. And, 200 years ago, 200 plus years ago, we fought against the British because of things like this, and mainly because they wanted our guns. And don't make history repeat itself. And I don't care if you're law enforcement or whoever, you try to take American people's firearms, we're going to fight back and fight back hard, and you will lose. So you want to be on the right side of history, you support the Constitution and honor the oath that you took, because people are pissed, and we are not going to stand for this. I don't care if you're a politician or whoever, anybody, and I'm calling for anybody, no matter what town you live in, what city, anybody that comes and tries to confiscate your firearms, you have the rightful authority under the Constitution to defend your property, your guns, and your gun rights at any and all costs. And if you have to fight for them, then do so. And we the people need to get behind all these people and form well-regulated militias all throughout the country and make a big stand once and for all against these gun grabbers, because once our gun rights are gone, folks, it's the death of liberty, it's the death of this constitutional republic. And remember, you are the resistance. 1776 will begin again if anybody comes to try to take our firearms. All right, folks, I just want to send a quick message out, folks. You need to be the resistance, because the time is now. The lines have been drawn. I mean, it's clearly stated now. They want your guns. Even though some Democrats are saying, we're not going after your guns. We're not going to take them. And they are openly saying, we're going to come get your guns. Right here in Chicago, or right there in Chicago, I should say, they are calling to ban the semi-automatics, and they will come and take them. That's what they're saying. And they're giving police authority to do so. But you, the people in Deerfield, need to stand your ground at all costs. I don't care who it is. They come to your door for your firearm, you give them the damn bullets first, plain and simple. Because you need to send a message, and this goes for everybody all over the country. We need right now, the political gloves are off now. The gloves are off. We need to send a direct message to everybody that calls for the disarmament of the American people. A direct message. You come to my door to take our firearms, 1776 will begin again, plain and simple. You need to send that message, because over 200 years ago, the British wanted to impose strict gun laws that the civilians could not own firearms, plus the taxation, and they wanted to force religion down the throat, the Church of England. But we here in Rhode Island here said no. We were the first to rebel against the English and the Crown, I should say, and say, hey, we're going to declare independence. We did. And we fought, and fought fiercely. A very small state, we fought fiercely. So we need to send a direct message that history will repeat itself again to anybody. I don't care if you're a city official, state official, government official, or a UN official. I don't care what position you are. Anybody that comes to try to take our firearms, 1776 will begin again, plain and simple. We have 70+ million people who own firearms in this country. The NRA has over 7 million alone. Who the hell is going to stop the American people? There's not an army on this planet that could stop you, the American people. And once we all band together and realize this, we can overthrow these cockroaches, okay? The gloves are off. The lines have been drawn. Now it's the time you tell your elected officials, your appointed officials, your hired officials to listen. You took an oath on the Constitution, okay? You either side with us and George Washington in the spirit of 1776 and the Constitution, or you side with the New World Order, because you got to pick a side. And one way or another, I mean, if you do not side on the right side of history here, you will be doomed to repeat it, as Edmund Burke said. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it, because we are not going to take it. One thing about American people, we're not perfect at all. We may not be perfect at all, but when our backs are against the wall, such as now, the time of liberty is crying out from the depths of the grave right now, because liberty is dying in this country. We are the last vestige and hope for all of mankind all through the planet. And our gun rights, okay, the Second Amendment that belongs to everybody, no matter what political party you're from, what color, race, color, or creed, okay, it belongs to all of us. And if we let that Second Amendment go, folks, right now, the lines have been drawn. It is our time, okay? Thomas Jefferson said the tree of liberty must be fed with blood from patriots and tyrants from time to time, and every generation needs a revolution. Many warnings by the Founding Fathers that these times would come. The times are here, folks. The lines have been drawn. It is time for you, the American people, the men out there, to stand up, man up, and let's defend the Second Amendment at all costs. And nobody wants war at all. We don't want a war. We would never want a war. But you know what? When somebody comes to threaten our future, our children and their future, okay, in our country. It is time for us, the American people, who has had enough of this shit and stand up against these damn tyrants once and for all to get these socialist, communist scum right the hell out of our country and put these scumbags behind bars where they belong. And that's a lot of politicians, folks. A lot of authority, folks. So it's time for a revolution, plain and simple. We need to send a direct message right away to every official. So listen, you come to our doors, my neighbor's doors or whoever, for gun confiscation, you're going to get the bullets for us, plain and simple. The lines have been drawn. And this may sound extreme to people. Oh, man, you're being extreme. No. The Second Amendment guarantees us this right to form a well-regulated militia, we the people, not the Army, National Guard or whatever, we the people to form a well-regulated militia and provide the security of a free state. Our free state, our security is at threat, folks. And those cowards out there to say, well, we'll give up our civil liberties for security. Benjamin Franklin said perfectly, those who give up their essential liberties for security, you're going to get or deserve neither. That obtains to today, folks. And you give up those civil liberties, you're not going to get that security that they promise you. You're going to get tyranny, global tyranny. And, folks, history's on the line right now. Our liberties are on the line. This future of this constitutional republic is on the line right now. Okay, everything from our founding fathers, our founders, our ancestors, who all fought and died for this country and our freedoms, folks, it's all on the line right now. You need to be the resistance now. We need to stand up and be the resistance now. We the people. And it's that time, folks. And we need to send in one last clear message, and we need to get behind the people in Deerfield, Illinois, the surrounding towns and the militia groups. You know what? Send a message to that mayor and everybody else. Come and try it. Come try and don't, again, don't try with the British failed at. I say that all the time. So come and try to take it, plain and simple. And don't try with the British failed at, because they're giving people to June 13th to turn in their firearms. They're going to be charged $1,000 a day, and they're giving the police chief authority to, which is not authority at all, it's unconstitutional, to go confiscate these firearms. And you people in Deerfield need to resist at all costs, no matter what. Resist that. And you people in the Deerfield Police Department, you need to honor your oath and defend your people, not the mayor. Don't listen to the mayor's orders. You need to stand down. And the police chief in Deerfield, you need to stand down, plain and simple, because you got to put your own officers in harm's way. I'm telling you right now. I don't live anywhere in Chicago. I'm not even going to be there. But I'm telling you right now, when you put the American people's backs against a wall, I mean, you got to ask for a war that you will not win, plain and simple. You don't have enough people on your force, and most of your people in your force are going to stand down because they love liberty and they love this country. And I'm just telling you, don't put your officers in harm's way, because, and this goes for any police chief anywhere in the country that wants to confiscate weapons, any sheriff or whatever, don't put your officers in harm's way, because we the people are not going to take it. When we're going to stand for our gun rights, we're going to stand for our liberty, and we will fight if need be, plain and simple. And 70 million gun members, 70 million gun owners here in America, okay? That's nothing to laugh about. Everybody says, oh, China has the biggest army in the world, 2.1 million now. Not even close. The NRA alone has more members in the NRA than the entire Chinese force. Anyway, just don't start a war that you're not going to win, plain and simple. And people need to defend the Second Amendment. You police out there who honor their oaths, and I know a lot of you do. I love you guys, and God bless you for doing that. And I mean, keep defending your rights and your oaths and all that, and defend your people. And I know a lot of police officers are going to stand down with these things coming down the pipe. A lot of military are going to stand down with these coming down the pipe, and they're going to stand with us on the side of George Washington and freedom. And those corrupt police and those corrupt military, you're definitely heavily outnumbered. So don't try with the British failed at. This is a warning, plain and simple. Do not try with the British failed at, because you will lose, and lose hard, not by we the people only, but by your own men who serve on your forces. So, again, we need to send this message all over the country, folks. This is serious now. The lines have been drawn. We need to form up as we the people and put a stop from this once and for all. That's it. You know what I mean? The political gloves are off, folks. They are severely attacking our gun rights, our Constitution, this country, and everything this country stands for, and our children's future. So Edmund Brett quoted, one of the lawyers, founding father, said, basically, those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. And the only thing evil needs to succeed is for good men to do nothing. And you are a good man out there. You need to stand up and stand up hard. Dan Bidondi, God bless. Remember, you are the resistance. TruthRadioShow.com.